Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I am here today with 2 months of Wax Melt Empties ranked. So these are my empties for January and February of 2025, and I'm going to be using my new ranking system to go through them that I used in my last empties video. So if you didn't see my last empties video, I broke down 6 tiers that I sorted all of my empties into, and I went through my empties tier by tier. So the first tier is God tier. So those are my scents that I don't want to live without, I'm actively in search of. They are really something special, 6 stars, best of the best, all-time favorites. My next tier is solid, would recommend. So these are scents that are great. I would recommend them. I don't have any real complaints. They just didn't give me that 6-star need type of feeling, but they're really good scents and I would recommend them. My third tier is you were good, I wanted you to be great. So these are for scents that I liked, but there is something that I can point out as a specific qualm, something that I didn't quite like about it, but it's not something that I actively dislike or I think is bad per se. There's just something about it that would have, in my opinion, made it better, whether that be throw, longevity, the scent itself. So I will go through and give my reason for each scent, of course, too, as I go through the categories. My next tier after that is it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference. So these are scents that I am just indifferent to. A lot of single scent notes fall under this category. If there's a single scent note that is, you know, it's just there. Like, it's not one that I feel like is the best of the business. Like, there are certain scent notes, single scent notes that I feel like certain vendors do exceptionally well, and those are not the ones that I would put into this category. These are scents that, like, you could kind of find them everywhere, especially when it comes to the single scent notes, or I'm just indifferent to it. Like, it's not bad. There's nothing I can actively put my finger on about it that I dislike. It just was kind of there. I'm just indifferent. My fifth category is who is she? These are for scents that I don't really remember melting. I only have 2 over the last 2 months, which is great. That means I didn't wait too long to do this empties. Even though when you see my solid would recommend category, you're gonna think, no, you absolutely should have done it a month ago, and I probably should have. My goal is gonna be to do these more regularly. But back to the categories. So my last category is simply not for me. So these are scents that are simply not for me. I just didn't like them. Whether it be personal taste, performance, what have you, I will obviously say why they're in that category as I go through the categories. So I am going to go in the same order that I did last time. I feel like it worked really well. So first I'll go through my solid would recommends, then my you were good, I wanted to be great, then my who is she, then my it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference, then simply not for me, and then I will end with my God tiers so we are not starting or ending on a negative note. So take a look at this bag here. This is my solid would recommend bag. There is so many empties in here. And when you compare it to, for instance, my simply not for me, this is how you know I had a great melting month, because this is simply not for me and this is solid would recommend. Like, that goes to show that I melted some really good wax. So I'm very excited to talk about these. I'm just gonna dive into this bag. Like I said, since I'm going by category, I'm not really going by vendor, but I see quite a few L3 samples right here off the jump. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dig those out so that I can just go through them really quickly. There's probably gonna be more, but this is just what I see right off the top of my head. So L3 samples that I liked that I would recommend. This first one is Adipose Lavender Let the Meat Cake. I wasn't sure how this would go because I'm not normally an Adipose fan, but this was a really nice lavender body care. It certainly wasn't bakery. It was just like a musky, sweet lavender. Very good. And then this one was Roasted Pine Cones, Beach Nights Bath & Body Work type Smoked Vanilla Sugar Cookie. This is something that I probably could have done myself as a custom. I don't know. I think this was someone's custom. I'm not sure who did this, but this was a great scent. I love Roasted Pine Cones and Beach Nights combined because it doesn't make sense. It's totally like winter and summer, but it works really, really well. It's very pretty. This one was Buttery Gingerbread Zucchini Bread Cafe Vienna. This was just a nice kind of bready coffee. My wife pointed this one out specifically as liking it. And then this one is Cafe C Spiced Oat Milk. I am a former Cafe C hater. I am reformed. I love Cafe C now. I used to say that it just wasn't strong enough for me as far as coffee goes. I normally like an espresso scent, but I have really grown to enjoy Cafe C. To me, it is a very creamy, almost coffee ice cream coffee scent, but especially the Cafe C Spiced Oat Milk blend. It's really, really good. It's comforting, it's creamy, it's cozy. I'm reformed. I would definitely recommend Cafe C Spiced Oat Milk. From Sweet Tooth Scents, I have Autumn in New York. This was soil, wet leaves, branches, autumn leaves, petrichor, oak moss, incense, and cedar leaf. I really liked this. It was a really nice combination of outdoorsy and kind of incensey, smoky. It was really unique, really good, and I feel like Autumn in New York really kind of captured the scent. Very atmospheric. I really liked that one. This is L3 Fat Bottom Girls Dream Weaver. Fat Bottom Girls is Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Don't Cross Streams, Sweet Vanilla Sponge Sugar, and then Lavender Cream, Sugar Cookie Dough, and Bread is Dream Weaver. I really can't put a Dream Weaver blend in a category lower than this. It's Lavender Bready Bakery. I will say that blended with the Fat Bottom Girls, it definitely toned it down and made it way less bready and a lot more of a sweet lavender, cotton candy, cookie kind of bakery, but I did like it. Oh my gosh, this one. This is Enchanted Scent Memories Chocolate Orchid. This was fantastic. My friend Tam had been trying to tell me about Chocolate Orchid, and I just didn't want to hear it because I don't like chocolate and I don't particularly love floral. But this was like a gorgeous, perfumey, deep, it's just so pretty, feminine, perfumey. I don't really know how to explain it. It is a little bit floral, but it's a very perfumey floral. There's a beautiful kind of plummy musk undertone to the scent. Definitely one I want to experiment with blends. This one is Birdie's Making Sense Hey Boo Zucchini Bread and Sugar Cookie Royale. Summer gave this to me. It is a, stellar combo, Zucchini Bread Sugar Cookie Royale. I'll pretty much always recommend that combo, and the reason why I specifically put this one in here is because it was from 2022 and it threw like a champ. So if you have Birdies, it probably will last a while, which is great. Next one in my would recommend category is this sample from Destination Wax called Blackwood. This is black pepper, chili pepper, cedar, and juniper, Joe Malone type. Sounds crazy, right? But it was actually a really nice, just kind of earthy, smoky, masculine, but kind of toned down cologne-y scent. It was really good. And then this next one is Boo Sheet. This one from Twilight Garden. I don't really know what the notes were, but it was kind of woody, smoky, incensey. I did really like it, and the sample was tiny, and I got great throw in my bathroom. This is another L3 scent, Earl Grey, Lavender, and Vanilla Birch. Definitely would recommend this. So strong, so good, such a pretty herbal tea blend. Highly recommend. Another great one, Teddy B's Lavender Bonfires. This is lavender, bonfire, and I know there's a hint of vanilla balsam in this. It is such a pretty, smoky, earthy lavender. So good. Definitely one that I want to vote back. It is a great scent. This is a vendor that I had never tried before. I got it in a Round Robin box. It's Mountain Mama Waxworks. This was in Bedtime Bath, Lavender Chamomile Bedtime Bath. Bedtime Bath type is one of my favorites. It is a beautiful, youthful, feminine, clean, relaxing spa type of scent. It's so, so pretty. Any Bedtime Bath blend I'm really gonna like. If you like feminine, soothing, relaxing, if you like lavender, pink sugar type of vibes, I highly recommend trying bubble bath scents. I really, really like them. This is one that surprised me because I had never tried Goose Creek before. I know nothing about this brand. This was Goose Creek and marshmallows. Let me tell you, this throw was fantastic for a marshmallow scent, which to me is very, if a scent that is as gentle as marshmallow can throw so strong, I'm always really impressed by that. And that was one of them. This Goose Creek marshmallow is a great marshmallow scent, and it wasn't a smoky or toasty marshmallow. It was just pure marshmallow. It was really nice. And then this is another Teddy Bees Snow Queen. Love this scent. This is, I think, Marshmallow Fireside. It is, I know that it's a couple of marshmallow notes, but there's a hint of sugared spruce in this, and it's so good. To me, this is a beautiful, relaxing, upscale, feminine. There definitely is a body care essence to this. The sugared spruce is not like an earthy, hardcore tree. It just adds this kind of complexity to these marshmallow notes. I really love this one. I also had a souffle of this at a point, melted it, loved it. Definitely another one that I would like to vote back eventually. Another L3 here. I definitely would recommend lavender oatmeal cookies and zucchini bread. This was just a delicious lavender bakery. Any lavender bakery I'm gonna like. This was Fantasy Wax Melts Confetti Cone Dip, Birthday Cake, Vanilla Ice Cream, and Waffle Cone. This is in here because, again, these scent notes that are typically pretty gentle, Birthday Cake, Ice Cream, and Waffle Cone, came out really strong on this. I was able to smell all of the notes, and I really, really enjoyed this one. This is Rose Girls Royal Sugar Cookie. This is just her take on Sugar Cookie Royale. It's definitely one of those more crispy, crystallized sugar on top, almost burnt sugar cookie type of Sugar Cookie Royale, not that gooey, doughy, like L3 Sugar Cookie Royale. Really, really enjoy this one. I really love a lot of the single scent notes from Rose Girls. She does some of them really, really well. This was Knoll's Farm Cookies on the Boardwalk, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds and Sugar Cookie Royale. This was good. This scent was really strong. It was definitely a cakey, kind of doughy sugar cookie with a hint of that light kind of magnolia, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. Very pretty, very strong. This is another Rose Girls in Strawberry Mallow Bread, Strawberry Jam, Marshmallow Smoothie, and Baked Zucchini Bread. This is just kind of like a typical strawberry bakery that I would like, a strawberry bready bakery. I definitely enjoy strawberry jam and other strawberry scents from Rose Girls. Really good. Another L3 here. This was a custom of my friend Tam's. This is Palo Santo Cinnamon Sugar, Powdered Donuts, and Mallow Fireside. This was mainly cinnamon sugar heavy, but it was so, so good. I love the use of powdered donuts. I melted this when it was pretty snowy, wintry. I melted it a couple of times when we were at a cabin, and it was just a really nice, sweet and smoky mood type of melt. Really good. This was a piece of a souffle from Teddy Bees that I got in a round robin. This was I Heart Vanilla Pear. Creamy marshmallow milkshake, magnolia, sweet pear, and sugar nectar. I did not expect to enjoy this one as much as I did. I'm pretty neutral on pear, but with this I Heart Vanilla, it blended to make this gorgeous body care vanilla pear milkshakey, sweet, almost like the pear creme brulee from Bath & Body Works. If you've had that before, very similar to that. But this was a really nice bedroom bathroom that came kind of unexpectedly. Oh, love this. This is Blackfire from Teddy Bees, Midnight Jasmine, Dark Vanilla, Amber Woods, and Black Currant. Oh my gosh, this is the most gorgeous, deep, sensual, feminine, perfumey scent. It's a little dark. I really, really love it. This is Cranberry Zucchini Bread from Fantasy Wax Melts. This was just a very nice fall zucchini bread. I am not huge into cranberry scents. This was basically just her zucchini bread with the slightest hint of a cranberry. It was done so well. Really liked that. This is another L3. Today is October 3rd plus Vanilla Balsam. So Palo Santo, Sugar Cookie Royale, Toasted Mallow, and Vanilla Balsam. This one was so good. On cold, I could only smell the Vanilla Balsam, but on warm, the Today is October 3rd totally took over, and it was just that with a little hint of that vanilla tree. Really loved it. And then another Teddy Bees. This was Late Night Love Affair. I absolutely loved this scent. This was notes of cedarwood, sheer vanilla, vanilla absolute, lavender, sandalwood, night blooming jasmine, golden musk with the slightest hint of espresso. Spoiler alert, it's not a coffee scent. Imagine just a super, super deep, smoky. This one was definitely more mature, Again, sensual, not as dark as Blackfire, definitely more on like the medium depth side, but it's so complex and it's a good scent. I can still smell it a little bit. I can really enjoy this one. I definitely would love this back if you love perfumey scents that are a little musky, a little dark, a little bit more mature. Highly recommend Late Night Love Affair. This is Fantasy Wax Melts Sparkle of the Season. Blue Sugar, Vanilla Butterfudge, and Cupcakes at Tiffany's. This was just a super creamy blue sugar blend. I loved that it was mostly bakery, just with this hint of that kind of perfumey blue sugar. Really good. Similar, this is the Melt Stash Sweet Treats, Blue Sugar, Pink Sugar, and Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Very similar. Great throw, really nice, super sweet pink sugar and blue sugar blend. Oh my gosh, this was such a good one. This was L3 Black Chamomile and Sweet Lavender. The Black Chamomile is the Bath & Body Works type. If you have ever had that aromatherapy Black Chamomile lotion. Do I have that? I don't think I have it. I think I had it, but it's so good. And with the Sweet Lavender, it was just this super creamy, rich, kind of cashmere body care tea and lavender scent. It was so strong. Really loved it. And then from Rose Girls, a really good one, Half Baked. This was French toast, pretzels, salted caramel, and fresh baked bread. This was such a rich, syrupy, gooey, warm bakery. Breakfasty, I really liked it. This was L3, Roasted Pine Cones and Cookie Cottage. Cookie Cottage is just the ultimate cookie blend. It is like all of the super dense, cakey cookie oils together with that kind of sweet, wintry roasted pine cones. It was really good. Love roasted pine cones with cookies. This kind of reminded me of, was it Cookies and Cashmere from Teddy B's? I don't know, but it was on cold, really heavy on the roasted pine cone. On warm, really heavy on the Cookie Cottage, just with a little hint of roasted pine cone. So good. Then from Swanky, this was Holiday. Palo Santo, roasted pine cones, and smoked vanilla Noel. Similar, actually not at all. Not similar. Scratch that from the record. This was a creamy vanilla bean Noel, which to me is a very rich, indulgent, creamy vanilla scent. But it was smoked out with that Palo smoked vanilla. So it was this really creamy but smoky vanilla with that hint of roasted pine cones. Such a good scent. Really loved it. This was Rose Girls Turning Over a New Leaf, Apple Fritter, Cinnamon Sugar Donut Holes, Butter Pecan Cake, and Pumpkin Frosting. This is the type of apple bakery that I love. It was not heavy, fresh apple by any means. It was mostly that donut, cakey, cinnamon, pumpkin, fried dough with a little bit of like some apple cinnamon sugar. Really great. This is Teddy B's London Fog, such a good one. Earl Grey tea, lavender milk with a hint of boardwalk marshmallow. This to me is spot on to the anti-stress chamomile body wash from Dove, the purple one. It is such a beautiful, sweet, feminine, soothing, relaxing body care tea blend. Love it. Can't go wrong. This is the Melt Stash Spooky Season, Sweater Weather, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, and Cupcakes at Tiffany's. This one surprised me. I really liked the way the Sweater Weather blended with these super sweet, rich, gooey bakeries. It almost gave me that vibe of a vanilla snowflake type because the spearmint in the Sweater Weather is very similar to that and blended with those super creamy notes. It was really good. Another one that my wife specifically pointed out as enjoying. This one is somewhat similar to that Swanky one. This is Palo Santa by Fantasy Wax Melts. Palo Santo, vanilla balsam, and roasted pine cones. This was just a really nice holiday smoky tree scent. Really good. This was a sample from L3. This is basic. It's just brown sugar and zucchini bread, but wow, what a great scent, great performer. Really You know, I have tried just brown sugar and fresh baked bread from L3. That blew that out of the water, so I had to put it in here. This is Swanky, My Darling Vanilla Lavender. I believe her My Darling Vanilla scents have pink sugar in them already. This was just, first of all, Swanky Lavender, best of the best. So anything Swanky Lavender is going in this category or above. With the My Darling Vanilla, it was just this really creamy, kind of feminine, soothing spa, pink sugary, so good. And her lavender has this hint of like a fruitiness to it, which I really, really enjoy. Look how much we still have in this category, and we're 20 minutes in. I'm starting to feel a little scared. Okay, this was Rose Girls, Streuselkuchen Cookie Land, Toffee, Butterscotch Pretzels, Confetti Cake, Cookies, and Spiced Cake. Streuselkuchen is her coffee cake blend, and Cookie Land is one of her famous salty cookie bakery blends. It was delicious, heavy bakery. More in this category, we have Forest Chai from Sweet Tooth Scents, Orange Peel, Spice, Anise Fir, and Honey. This was a tree scent with just a little hint of spice, and it was so delicious. Another Sweet Tooth scents, this is After Hours, Aged Rum, Bergamot, Roasted Plums, Anise, Leather, Vanilla, Musk, Amber, and Patchouli. This was similar almost to an angel share type, but way more herbal with the patchouli and a little more fruity with the plum, but it was definitely that deep kind of nighttime bedroom scent, really good. From Rainbow Melts, this was Christmas Vacation, Eggnog, Sugar Cookies, and Vanilla Butterfudge. Rainbow Melts is not always the greatest performer for me, but this scent specifically performed really well. I love an eggnog scent. With the Vanilla Butterfudge, it was just extra creamy, and again, good performance from that one. From the Melt Stash, I have Campfire Marshmallow, just marshmallow fluff and Fireside basic, but this is in here because the performance was so strong. I love the Melt Stash's single scent notes. This was Closet Full of Wax, Baja Cactus Blossom, Bath & Body Works type. This was just such a pretty kind of perfumey body care, summery, almost aquatic floral. I really liked it. This was Destination Wax Apple Sage, a clean herbal blend of apples and light sage. This surprised me. This was very similar to a like a green apple herbal essences type of shampoo. It was very nice and relaxing in the bathroom. This is the Melt Stash What's for Breakfast, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Vanilla Eggnog, and Zucchini Bread. This was amazing. Eggnog with zucchini bread makes it such a delicious, heavy eggnog bakery scent. So good. This was Dessa's Sweet Lavender Beach. This was amazing. This was like beach nights with sweet lavender. Very good, strong. This was Kettle Craze from the Melt Stash, Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Zucchini Bread, Caramel Kettle Corn, and Vanilla Butter Fudge. This really reminds me of Night at the Carnival from L3. Such a good, salty, dense, heavy bakery scent. This was a sample from Glitterati, Strawberry Crumb Cake, and Toasted Marshmallow. This one is here because the strawberry was so good, and I am definitely picky with strawberry. And this one was nice. It was like the perfect bakery kind of strawberry jammy cake scent. This threw like such a champ, this one sample. I really enjoyed that. This is a Fantasy Wax Melt sample in Coffee Addiction. This one reminded me of like a body care coffee, almost like a coffee and whiskey type of note from Bath & Body Works. It was so different and so good. And then this was Fantasy Wax Melt in Be Thankful type. This was basically just like Thanksgiving bakery to me, and it was yummy, yummy. All right, we're coming more towards the end of this bag, but this is wild. This is a Sassy Girl Aroma sample in White Snowflakes. This is Vanilla Snowflake type, which is basically creamy vanilla coconut with a little hint of spearmint. So good. I love that scent note. This is That Smell Good Shop Toasty Mallow Golden Brown Marshmallows. Again, similar to that Campfire Marshmallow from the Melt Stash. It was just really good and strong for that single scent note. This is Britta's Christmas Eve, Fraser Fir, Danish Butter Cookies, and Sugar Cookie Royale. Summer gave me this one too, and I just absolutely loved the heavy tree cookies. It was so good. Reminded me of Christmas cookies from Teddy B's. Another melt stash. This is eggnog cookies. I did a lot of the eggnog scents. Vanilla eggnog, glazed cinnamon donuts, Christmas cookies, and toasted marshmallow. This one was really good as well. It differed from the zucchini bread eggnog scent because this one was not bready. This was definitely cookie and donut, but very, very good nonetheless. Her vanilla eggnog is fantastic. If you like eggnog scents, definitely recommend the melt stash. Here is another Teddy B's rustic cashmere cookies. That's what I was talking about. Roasted pine cones, signature sugar cookies, and cashmere cream. This one is one of those ones as well where on cold I can only smell that roasted pine cone, but on warm, the sugar cookie and the cashmere cream comes out so distinctly, and the roasted pine cones was more in the background. At least that was my melting experience, so I ended up really liking this one. This is Pyramid Head from L3. This is a hay, foresty, outdoorsy blend. I love it. It is such a good fall, outdoorsy, hay, farm type of scent. This was Fantasy Wax Melts Woolen Blanket. This is like the nicest type of gender neutral but slightly masculine kind of clean cologne fragrance. It's really good. It's unique. I really, really liked it. It definitely kind of smells like a warm blanket fresh out of the laundry, but if the laundry almost had a little bit of, like I said, an herbalness or a smokiness to it, really good. This is a sample from Swanky, blackberry jam butter cookies, marshmallow fluff, and zucchini bread. I love blackberry jam butter cookies, especially with zucchini bread, so this was just great. Really good, like rich, nice blackberry, not a floral, harsh, make you sneeze one. Similarly to that Knoll scent, I actually melted this one with it because I two of the exact same things. Sugar Cookie Royale and Boardwalk Mallow Clouds from L3. Same thing, just a really dense sugar cookie, but with a light body care, almost florally marshmallow to it. It made it, definitely elevated it, made it more mature and body care and different. This is Second and Spruce. So this one's funny, Little Tree Cake. The only description is a nostalgic scent that brings out the kid in all of us. So I didn't know that Little Tree Cake was a type of cake. I don't know if it's like Entenmann's, Little Debbie's, or whatever. I'll put a picture here, but it is a kind of like a lemon white sponge cake. I thought that this was gonna be a tree scent. So at first I was like, what the fuck is this? But then when I realized it was what it was supposed to be, I really enjoyed this as just a nice, creamy, lemon, white cake, frosted, dense scent. It was good. I would get that again. It was nice for a lemon. This is another That Smell Good shop from Vicky. It's called Vicky Vale. Pink sugar, cotton candy, and waffle cone. Love a good pink sugar and cotton candy scent. It's just so fluffy, girly, feminine, airy, gentle. So good. I love it. That Smell Good shop throws great for me every time. And okay, all that's left is 3 scoops in this category. So 3 scoops that I finished, and they are all in this category. Solid would recommend Cafe C Cookie Cottage. Talked about both of these scent notes already, so I won't go into it again. Hufflepuff and Today is October 3rd. This one is Today is October 3rd with the blend Hufflepuff, which is fresh baked cookies, sweet cinnamon sugar, and pumpkin pasties. This was a delicious extra cinnamon sugary bakery Today is October 3rd. And last scoop is strawberry pound cake, pumpkin pecan waffles, and pie crust. This is just a rich, gooey strawberry bakery, but the pie crust gave it a hint of dryness and saltiness, crustiness, really good. Woo! All right, I'm out of breath, and that was only category 1. So those are all of my solid would recommend, and now we are gonna move on to You Were Good, But I Wanted You to Be Great. You were good, but I wanted you to be great. Let's talk about it. First scent in this category is Modern Farmhouse from Teddy B's. This is Tonkin Oud, Vanilla Birch, and Egyptian Amber. This to me was a way too strong on the cologne elements. It was overwhelming. It was a little headache inducing. If this scent was more gentle and it had something else to it to tone down some of these really, really heavy cologne musky notes, it would be really good, but it was just too much for me. That was that one. You Were Good, I Wanted You to Be Great. Sweet Tooth Scents Pink Almond Crunch. This was sweet pink sugar and almond cookies. This was good, but it was just light. It was just really, really light, and that is kind of what you're gonna get with these types of scents, but I loved the scent itself so much that I just wish it was stronger. I dropped something and I don't know where it went. Oh, I found it. Okay. Snowy Mountain Lodge from Sassy Girl Aroma. This was good, but there was this kind of harsh piney note to me that almost started to read as like a pine sol, which normally does not happen for me with pine, but it was just a little bit harsh on the nose. Cozy in here from Glitterati. This is Cocoa Butter Cashmere Roasted Pine Cones and Balsam. I've just come to realize Cocoa Butter Cashmere just isn't quite for me. It is a little too soapy of a scent, and that's kind of what I got from that, but performance was great. This is Cobra Kai from That Smell Good shop. Blackberry jam, cookie, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. This was really good, but it was good for about like an hour and a half, and then it just totally faded off, which can happen a lot with blackberry jam butter cookies, but that one was especially like fadey. This was Waxy Taffy Decadent Fall Waffles, pumpkin pecan waffles topped with luscious cake batter and ice cream. This was a square that I split in, little square I split in two, and I put in my bedroom and the adjoined bathroom. It really was just this kind of vague sweet scent. Like I would go in and I would smell something vaguely sweet and I'd be like, ooh, that's like kind of good. It's just really light. What is that? And every time I could not remember that it was this scent. It was just a little too light and forgettable for me. This is Scoopable Wax Melts, now known as Macaroon Wax Melts. This was Monster Cookie Fluff Puffs. This is a good scent. I just get very average performance from this vendor, and I have to put a significant amount of wax in the warmer when that is not typically the case for me in my home. And this is the mother of Jenny from Rose Girls, and I just find Rose Girls performs better for me. This is Fantasy Wax Melts, assistant to the regional manager. Sugar Cookie Royale, Danish butter cookies, and vanilla wafers. Great scent, just super light. This is Twilight Garden Pan Dolce. It's a delicious blend of warm baked bread, creamy vanilla, and sparkling sugar. This was it just felt a little flat. Like it smelled good, but it was very one-dimensional and not super strong. This was L3, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Coffee Bean Sweet Bakery Dough, and Blueberry Muffin. Another one that was, it had good potential, and the little bit of it that I could smell was good. It was just very light. Another L3 sample. This is Adipose, Vanilla Wafers, Rice Krispie Treats, Banana Cream Pie, Coconut Cream Pie, and Whole Vanilla Bean. This was actually such a good banana scent. It just was definitely a little bit light. Did I drop anything important? I don't think so. This one is Fantasy Wax Melts, Camping in the Woods, Bonfire, Campfire Mallow, Cracklin' Birch, and Sweet Lavender. This was good. This is totally a subjective thing that I am coming to realize that the scent note Cracklin' Birch is slightly off-putting to me for some reason. I don't know what it is. It has this like sweet, almost, it's like a weird sweet incensey kind of, I don't know how to explain it. This was a sample from Birdie's White Cake Cotton Candy Raspberry Jam Donut. This smelled great, just again, light performance. This was, is this supposed to be in here? I don't know. I might be changing this to the category before because I remember liking this. This was a Peeps of Cake, almond cookie dough and Peeps cake, yellow cake, buttercream, frosting, sugar covered marshmallow Peeps. It was light, definitely. So that might be why I put it in here, but it was good. It might deserve to be in the category above. That has to go in Who Is She, because I don't remember melting that at all. So we're switching that bag. Wait. Another one that I don't remember. Okay. Oh boy. The Who Is She bag is getting bigger. All right, this I remember. This was Salt Mountain Melts, Milk and Cookies for Santa, Eggnog, Mrs. Claus's Cookies, and Sugar Cookies. This one was really good. It just, for an eggnog, it was very like toned down. I want my eggnogs to be a little bit more dense, gooey, creamy, and less just like spiced. This was kind of just like spiced cookies. This is Second and Spruce, Peter, carrot cake, cream cheese frosting, butter pecan, ice cream, hint of cinnamon, and brown sugar drizzle. This just smelled like a heavy cream cheese frosting, and I barely could smell anything else in it. This was The Pharmacist's Daughter, Out of the Woods. This was a custom of mine. This was Serendipity, Marshmallow Fireside, and Vanilla Birch. The reason why it's in this category is because this Vanilla Birch is one of the ones that's a little bit weird. It's a little more musky body care Vanilla Birch. It does not have a tree-like quality to it really at all, which is not what I wanted when I made this, so that's why that is in there. This is Southbound, Tricky Treats, pumpkin, persimmon, apple, blueberries, elderberries, and cinnamon with a hint of sugarcane and vanilla. This was decent. Like, it was good. It was just like fall kind of fruit. Not something that I would necessarily ever reach for or have it be something that's memorable to me, but it certainly wasn't bad. It's not my scent category. This is Sweet Tooth Scents Pumpkin Nut Waffles. This is her pumpkin pecan waffles, and it is so good on cold, but the performance was just light for me, unfortunately. This was Dessa's Vanilla Voodoo. This is, to me, smelled like vanilla-y, like it was like a vanilla and salty sea air. It was okay. I am a vanilla girl, and this one just didn't wow me. I would honestly rather just have the vanilla-y type. And then last in this category is Dunder Mifflin from Fantasy Wax Melts. This was fresh bread, glazed donuts, vanilla bean Noel, and pretzel. I expected just a much stronger throw on this one from Fantasy Wax. I normally get very strong throw from her bakery. I will say sometimes the pretzel note from this vendor can dull things a little bit for my nose, which I think is what happened here. So that one is in that category for that reason. Okay, on our way to our next one, let's go through our It Isn't Love, It Isn't Hate, It's Just Indifference category. So, the first one that I have here is Baked Zucchini Bread from Scoopable Wax Melts, aka Macaroon Wax Melts. This is just a single scent note that, obviously I love zucchini bread, it's just not my favorite plain zucchini bread. Like, it was just fine. Indifferent. This is Sassy Girl Aroma Loopy Animal Cookies, Fruity Loop cereal, pink frosting, sugar cookie dough, and frosted sugar cookies. Objectively, this was a good Fruit Loop bakery. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I just went through this kind of like cereal phase and I'm pretty out of it, so it just was kind of there. This is Strawberry White Cake from Mom's Melts. This was a pretty good strawberry white cake. It had that like strawberry jammy scent to it, but it just was nothing that like particularly stuck out to me. This is Grandmother's Maple Marzipan Cake from the Bathing Garden. The notes written on the back are vanilla cake, maple, toffee, buttercream, and white chocolate. This is just a very, very kind of basic, one-dimensional maple syrup scent. Like, I would melt this and I'd go into the room and not remember what I was melting and I'd have to look. So that's why that one's there. From Fantasy Wax Melts, I have Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, which is a really good scent, but again, just like single scent note, not really anything like overwhelming. And then same with this brown sugar pound cake. Like, it was a sweet cake scent, but nothing all that special. Another one that I'm just slightly indifferent to, I actually have two here from Glitterati. They're both blueberry scents. This one was a sample in True Story, which was blueberry cobbler, yeast rolls, and funnel cake. And then this one is a sample of Moody Blues, which is blueberry cake pops, cake batter, and sugar cookies. Again, these were fine. I just feel so indifferent to blueberry in general. It's honestly the weirdest thing. I don't love it, but I don't dislike it. And I don't even really like it, but I don't dislike it. It is the epitome of indifference. So that's why those are there. This was one from the Melt Stash, Hera, Blue Sugar Tea and Cakes and Buttercream. This one was just Like, it wasn't bad. I just feel like tea and cakes is, I'm not really a tea and cakes girl. It's very citrusy, and it was just fine. From Sweet Tooth Scents, I have whipped pistachio cream, pistachio, cherry, almond, and vanilla cream. This to me is just so, just there. Like, I don't dislike it. It wasn't bad, but I don't really love it. I just felt indifferent. This was Ultimate Vanilla from Fantasy Wax Melts. Again, a nice, just plain vanilla scent, but just on its own. It was just there. And then last, this is Butternut Pumpkin from Destination Wax. Rich pumpkin and butternut squash baked with nutmeg, cinnamon, and caramelized sugar. This was fine. It was just kind of your basic fall kind of sweet scent. So those are my indifferent category scents. Now we will move on to Who Is She? We have 4 things in here, and 2 of them were a result of not remembering them in the last category. I will go with those 2 first. Those are both snap bars from Glitterati. I don't understand how I don't remember these. This one is Pink Dream. This is Pink Sugar Strawberry Pound Cake, Palo Santo, and Sugar Cookie Royale. It was in my You Were Good, I Wanted You to Be Great category, so I'm sure it was good, but just no recollection as to why it wasn't great. And then same with this one. This is Dream Cabin, Cashmere Cedar, Balsam, Smoked Vanilla, and Toasted Mallow. I don't know why it was in that category. I don't really remember melting it. Same with this one, Queenie. This was patchouli, chestnuts and brown sugar, and Danish butter cookies. I do not remember what this smelled like. Absolutely do not remember. And then kind of same with this one, Granny's Torte from Pink Owl Wax, blueberry, lemon zest, sweet meringue, graham cracker, and cream cheese crust. I just don't really remember melting it. Alrighty, now we will go to our Simply Not For Me's, and then we will move to our God tiers. All right. So we'll get the negative out of the way first. So I have 3 samples here from L3 that just were not for me. In fact, no, I have to look this one up. This one I'm talking about is Woodsboro. To me, it smelled like almost this weird kind of spiced fruit. It was not for me, but I never looked up the notes. I just kept guessing them as I was smelling the scent. So let's see. I can't find it, so I don't know if it was someone's custom, but it's this Woodsboro, and it just smelled like this like spiced fruit. I don't know. It was just a little odd. This apple champagne and honey was just too harsh for my nose. It was perfumey, and it just hit my nose in that way that made me kind of sneeze. And then this was Dr. Peppermint, Pink Chiffon, and Warm Vanilla Sugar. This just smelled like, I don't know, just kind of like a flat peppermint. It just wasn't for me. I didn't get the Pink Chiffon or the Warm Vanilla Sugar at all. This was Fantasy Wax Melts Banana Pudding. I just didn't get any throw from this, so I had to put it in here. This one was a shock, okay? This was the Pharmacist's Daughter Pumpkin Coconut Crack. I love the coconut crack blend. This is crazy. But this was coconut crack and pumpkin souffle. For some reason, I got no throw on this scent. Absolutely none. And coconut crack is an insane strong scent, so I don't know what the heck happened. This was 30A, Frosted Vanilla Woods, Southern Pine and Warm Vanilla. I got absolutely 0 throw from this. I have learned that this vendor does not work in my home, unfortunately. This was Shut the Front Door from Dessa's. This was like a raspberry, mixed berry, hardcore fruit scent that was just like too harsh, fruity on my nose. This was Destination Wax Moon Spice Cookie, Sugar Cookies, Coffee, and Celtic Moon Spice. This had this insanely strange chocolate kind of unsettling undertone to it that I really didn't enjoy. I had to take that one out, actually. This is Swanky Fig Vanilla Oak, a rustic blend of sweet tobacco, leaves, and vanilla oak. I'm constantly trying to make tobacco happen, and I genuinely always despise it. To me, tobacco smells like dirty mop water. I don't care. That's what it smells like to me. From Super Tarts, this was a sample in Sophisticated Biolage type watermelon and a touch of sweet pineapple chunks. I do like the shampoo types, but this was just a hardcore, strong, juicy pineapple, which I'm just not the biggest fan of. This was a surprising one from L3. This is Warm Vanilla Sugar and Lavender Cashmere. I got barely any throat from this. I did not smell warm vanilla sugar at all. It almost was just this kind of like weird, like almost leathery note. It was definitely a little odd. Another one from L3 is So Fetch. This was strawberry pound cake with today is October 3rd. I have come to realize that fruit scents, specifically like strawberry pound cake with Palo, it's not for me. It turns a scent that I love into something that is almost a little off-putting. So I just learned that that combination is a no-go for me. This was Fantasy Wax Melts Pumpkin and Cream. Something about this, it smelled almost like a kind of like spoiled cream. It was the weirdest thing. I've barely ever had that happen. So that was an odd surprise. This one was Britta's Blueberry Cheesecake, Lavender, and Vanilla Bean Marshmallow. This just ended up smelling like a little too bathroomy for me. The Vanilla Bean Marshmallow, the Lavender, and the Blueberry, it's a little off-putting. It smells almost a little baby powdery. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just was not for me. Okay, those are all the ones that are simply not for me. I love that it didn't take that long. So now let's move into my God tier scents. So, God tier, can't wait to rave about some stuff right now. We will start off strong with Fantasy Wax Melts Zucchini Bread and Sugar Cookie Royale. Although I had this scent from another vendor in my solid would recommend category, this one is in this category because this vendor, Fantasy Wax Melts, is my first vendor I ever tried this scent from, and I am obsessed with it. It is my perfect heavy bakery. So good. I'll always repurchase. This was an amazing loaf from L3. This was strawberry pound cake type, which is different than their typical strawberry pound cake, zucchini bread, and white elephant exchange, which is a great powdered donut bakery. This was just the perfect strawberry bakery. Oh my gosh, just absolutely so obsessed with the powdered donuts, the zucchini bread, everything about this was bomb. So good. I finished the loaf so quickly too. This is Rose Girls Campfire Marshmallows, gooey marshmallows with a hint of warm smoky campfire. Rose Girls Campfire Marshmallows is the best in the business as far as I've tried. And although I loved so many of those toasted marshmallow scents that I showed in my solid category, this one takes the cake. It is so strong, so good, so warm. I'm obsessed with Rose Girls Campfire Marshmallow. A couple from Teddy B's here. We have House of Dragons, which is Palo Santo, Vanilla Balsam, Fallen Leaves, Peppermint, and a hint of cinnamon. This is an amazing fall, winter, outdoorsy, atmospheric scent. The peppermint is done so tastefully. The Fallen Leaves are like dried, crunchy leaves. It's this hint of cool air. It literally feels like you're outside. One of my top Teddy B's scents. So good. I still have a loaf of this, which makes me very happy. One that almost devastates me to say that I've had to finish is Creep Show. Listen, this scent is everything to me. This is pumpkin sugar donuts, marshmallow fireside type, sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. Listen to me when I tell you this. Look at me. Listen. This is so much better than you think it's gonna be. Steph Melts, Steph Loves Life. She talked about this Creep Show. And when I read this, I was like, I mean, it's fall bakery. Like, I'm sure it's good, but is it really something so special? The answer is yes. It is the most warm, cozy, inviting. I don't even know how to explain. This to me is like you're at a craft fair outside in the fall. You can almost smell the cool air, but you're going to a booth where they're baking fresh pumpkin goods. And there's like there is definitely smokiness to this. It is a warm, beautiful, complex, outdoorsy fall bakery. And you need to try it and you need to vote it back just for me. And if you don't like it, I'll buy it from you. So that's Creep Show. Absolutely obsessed. This one is surprising for me that I'm putting this into God tier. This is bread from Super Tarts. This is zucchini bread, French bread, cornbread, and gingerbread. I am putting this here because it is one of the very few cornbread scents that I really love. Cornbread typically falls so flat to my nose. It just has no depth to it. But this cornbread in here really smelled like a hot honey cornbread coming out of the oven with those other bread sets. It was just such a warm bread. All of these breads together, I loved it. I would definitely get more of this God tier bread scent for sure. Oh my gosh, this one is very special. This was a sample from Destination Wax that turned into a God tier scent. This is pistachio and rosewater cake, okay? Cake with buttercream and scented with rosewater and pistachio, an elegant non-bakery scent. Listen, let me tell you, if you have similar taste to me, you like those soothing kind of body care, spa-like, but you like sweet, gourmand, and nutty also, this is something that I can't explain. I left this sample going in my bathroom for 2 days because I could still smell it and I didn't want to end my time with it. As I melted this, I was like, no, but I need to buy this again. How can I buy this again? Destination Wax was having an RTS and I got five bricks of this at 6 pieces each. So happy. This is such a good scent. Pistachio and rosewater cake. If you see this, try it. So good, so unique, so different. This is such a good one. Another bedtime bath blend, but this is pink bedtime bath. This is pink sugar with the bedtime bath. Bedtime bath. That sounds wrong. Bedtime bath blend. That's a tongue twister. So this is pink sugar and then mandarin, lavender, chamomile, neroli, and lily of the valley, which is that bedtime bath type that I talked about before. But this is that with pink sugar. This blend specifically from Southbound is so good. My friend Angela loves this blend. It is feminine, it is soothing, it is relaxing, it's clean, it's spa-like, it's girly, it's delicious. Love it. And then similarly, this is pink lavender mallows from that Smell Good shop. Pink sugar, relaxing, lavender, and sweet sticky mallows. Obviously, I melt a lot of scents with these types of notes, but this one especially is so good. It's so strong. The lavender is the perfect type of lavender. It's just so good, and I have this in a dry oil, body oil, and I use it all the time. This one is just a step above some of the other similar blends that I've tried. It's basic, but it's so good. And then from Fantasy Wax, this one is another one that caught me off guard. This was Nani Sugar Cookie Royale, Pink Sugar, and Beach Nights type. Oh my gosh, this was so yummy because this was Sugar Cookie Royale first, and then this Beach Nights and Pink Sugar kind of around it, and it was bakery, but it had these beautiful perfumey, sweet, feminine elements to it. It was so good. Another one that I didn't want to end. I cannot wait to request this as a custom with Fantasy. It was such a good scent. And now we are on to my last God tier scent here. This is Swanky Lavender, Strawberry Pound Cake, and Sugar Cookies. I've already talked about the Swanky Lavender being the best. Her Strawberry Pound Cake is also amazing. And this combo, oh my gosh, it was so strong. It threw for days when I would use it in my bathroom, my bedroom. It was so sweet, and it was definitely lavender bakery with that fruit, and it was just so stunning. I loved it. This is by far, I think, my favorite from that lavender bakery sampler that I've tried. I don't know, but it's so good. I would definitely repurchase it. All right, those are all of my Wax Melt Empties from January and February ranked. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know how you feel about my ranking system. Let me know if you've tried any of these scents, and if you like them, let me know how you feel about some of them if you've tried them. And let me know what your favorite melt from the last 2 months was. Thank you so much for watching. I have many videos coming, so keep an eye out. Subscribe if you are not already, and I will see you in my next one.